What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over marking, measuring, and cutting while doing projects to be as accurate as possible. A lot of times we're doing projects and we make a cut and we're just shy of what we need, and a lot of times it can get very frustrating. So I want to talk about a few of the fundamentals that are very important to follow when you're doing projects to minimize these things and be as accurate as you can be. One of the first things I want to talk about is blade thickness. Okay, as you can see here, this blade has a thickness of like maybe just shy of an 1/8 inch or a little bit bigger than an 1/8 inch. That matters because when you bring the blade down on the piece, it's going to take up that thickness. So if you make a mark on a piece of wood, all right, and you bring the blade down and you just cut on that mark, okay, you could be losing anywhere from a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch, and that can make the difference between the pieces either too big, too small, or just right if you get lucky. But there's a way to really determine whether you're going to be successful or not. One of the first things I like to do is I like to make an X on the waist side of the piece. So if I made this mark here, and I usually like to come to a point so I know that's exactly where I've measured, okay? And then what I'll do is I'll bring the blade down. I've already determined my right side is my waist side. I'll bring the blade down and I'll start before the line and I'll work the piece over until it actually gets right on that point, okay? And I may be just shy of it, and then I'll go ahead and measure it. If I need just like a 30-second, then I'll do like a micro cut, and I've covered how to do that on my other videos. You cut through the piece, then you bring the material right up against the blade. You pick up the blade. When you bring it back down, you're taking about a 30-second. It's great for micro adjustment cuts, okay? But the importance of the X is that if you make a mark and you walk away for some reason and you come back and you don't remember whether you measured from the right or from the left, and now let's just say that you make the cut on the left side of that point right there, you're going to be taking an extra 1/8 inch. And when you put this piece up against whatever you're cutting to, it's going to be shy by about an 1/8 of an inch. And it can get very frustrating. A lot of times it has to do with not clearly indicating for you to remember what side of the piece is the actual waist side of the piece. And then also understanding the thickness of the blade. Another thing I want to go over is scribing lines and whether you're going to actually take the line or leave the line. And that's something that's very confusing a lot of times, and I'm going to try to make it as easy as possible. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use a marker. The marker is going to leave a very thick line, but that's just to illustrate the point. Obviously, when you're working with a pencil, it's a lot more microscopic, but I'm going to be working with this just to show you what we're dealing with, okay? So in this scenario, okay, we're going to scribe a line, okay, here. In essence, what we want is that when we make the cut, we want that cut underneath to be flush with this piece here, right? So now I'm going to remove the wood, all right? So you can see that when I made the mark, okay, you see how thick that line is. But at the very inside of that line, which is to the left, that's where it was actually touching this piece of wood. So that means that in this instance, I need to take the entire mark so that what's left will be exactly even with this edge, if you get what I'm saying. So since I marked on the outside, everything that's visible should be gone. Now, how does that change when we mark an inside cut? That was for an outside cut. Now let's mark for an inside cut. All right, same thing. I marked right along this edge. And what do I want? What I want is when I cut this piece at the bottom, I want it to be even with the bottom of this piece. So when I remove it, what does that mean? That means that in this case, when I cut, I need to come just to the inside of that line and I need to leave the line. Because if I take the line, when I go back, it's going to be shy the thickness of the blade, and it's not going to be buttoned up against this piece. So in this case, I need to cut right along this edge here and leave that line completely, so that when I put it back in, if this was an inside cut, it would fit in here nice and tight. Okay, if I took the line, I would have a good 1/8 inch gap, and the piece would be no good. That cut would be bad, and it would be frustrating. We'd have to throw it away. Okay, so this side here, okay, I was cutting to the outside, right? In this case, we take the entire line. I hope you can see the reason why. And in here, okay, the complete opposite. We mark it, but we leave it because we want to keep this part. All right. I just wanted to go over that because a lot of times we're working on projects and we make cuts and they're shy by, you know, by 1/8 of an inch, or sometimes even 3/16, depending on, some of these blades could be 1/4 inch thick. So depending on what you're using, you're off just slightly. And when you're doing these jobs that require a little bit more precision, a little bit more accuracy, it can get frustrating. And so I just wanted to go over how I learned to be more accurate by understanding the thickness of whatever marking tool I'm using, and where it corresponds to whether I need to be cutting on the outside or the inside of that line. All right, guys, I thought I'd share that with you. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.